Focus on his striking. He's gone back to basics, a lot of bag work. He said, I just cannot rely on my athleticism as a striker. I have to be a more pure technical striker to achieve my full potential in MMA.
I think that's a great attitude. You know, we've been doing Ravion's fights for a while now here on Fight Pass and with the VFC, and one thing I've noticed about him is he's a student of the game. You know, there's a reason a guy like him, who only wrestled 2 years in high school, and then he goes to college and becomes a 2-time national champion. He didn't do that without working hard, without being smart, without, as I said, being a student of the game and learning as he went along. And I think he's doing that same stuff in MMA, and I think he's got his hands full with the champ tonight. We're going to see a really good fight, a great main event here in VFC.
Stots told us he wants to get in the pocket early and test his striking against Rob Emerson, and then look to hit the takedowns if he sees the openings. But he doesn't want to force the openings. He doesn't want to rely purely on his wrestling, especially in the early stages of this fight.
Yeah, definitely not. You know, you don't want to be predictable out there, but if things get sticky, you can bet he'll start wrestling.
Joe, your keys to victory for Rafion Stots, they're presented by Bad Boy.
Hey, just like we just talked about, he needs to remember that he can wrestle. He doesn't have to prove to anyone that he can outstrike Rob Emerson tonight. He just has to prove he can win. And he also needs to stay composed out there, you know. Emerson's going to probably come out hot. He's been upset about this matchup, about feeling like an underdog or being portrayed as an underdog. Rafion can't get caught up in that emotionally. He just needs to fight his fight and do anything he has to do to make sure he wears the belt at the end of the night.
Is the reigning victory 135 and 145-pound champion. Tonight attempting to record his first successful title defense of Victory's bantamweight strap. Emerson, 35 years old, 7 years older than Stots, vastly more experienced. Emerson made his pro MMA debut in June 2002. 7 times in the UFC, twice in Pancrase. I've commentated numerous Rob Emerson fights, Joe. He is always intense. I've never seen him angry until now. He said he dislikes Rafion Stots. He feels he has been hyped up. He feels that he is disrespectful. Listen to what Emerson said, that as the champion, he feels that he is being perceived as the underdog, and that truly bothers him.
Right, and you know that could work for him or against him. You know, fighting on emotion has its benefits, but it definitely has a lot of downsides to it too, and maybe he won't take any of that with him in through that cage door, and it was all just right up until now. I can tell you this, we're about to find out, Sean.
Your keys to victory for the champion, Rob Emerson, are presented by Bad Boy.
I think Rob Emerson needs to start fast. He can't be a slow starter out there. Go in there and establish what he's telling everyone, that he's a better fighter than Rafion Stots. And if he gets Rafion Stots hurt in this fight, he needs to finish.
Here we go with our main event of the evening. For Victory's bantamweight title, Rafion Stots versus the belt holder, Rob Emerson. Our tale of the tape is presented by Bad Boy.
Rafion Stots undefeated at 135.8 pounds. Rob Emerson, our champion, 135.6.
Back we go to Mike Markham.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the main event presented by Alienware, the ultimate gaming experience. We are sanctioned by the Nebraska Athletic Commissioner with Commissioner Brian Dunn. The judges scoring the action from Kate Side, Bryce Teeger, Matt Prieto, and Rodney Verhoof. This bout is scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds for the Victory FC Bantamweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, fighting out of the Harris Hotel and Casino Blue Corner. A wrestler with a professional mixed martial arts record, flawless at 7-0. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighed in at 135.8 pounds. Fighting out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, by way of Houston, Texas, Ruffian Stots. The opposition comes in the form of the man awaiting across the cage and fighting out of the CageTix.com red corner, a ballet judo fighter. His record stands at 19 victories opposite 11 defeats. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in officially at 135.6 pounds. Fighting out of Glendale, Arizona, by way of Dana Point, California, the reigning Victory FC Bantamweight champion, Rob Emerson. Your referee, Brendan Funensteel.
Guys, this is for the VFC Bantamweight title. Any questions out of you? Any questions out of you? All right, clean, hard, fight fair.
Pure intensity on the face of Rob Emerson. Look of determination on the face of Ruffian Stots, the bell in round number 1. Tonight's fight clock is presented by Alienware, the ultimate gaming experience. Black trunks for Stots, red trunks for Emerson. Low kick lands from Ruffian Stots. Head kick easily defended by Emerson. Rob Emerson's hands, Joe, very high.
Yeah, I think he's definitely baiting Ruffian into getting over aggressive with his hands. Definitely wants to fight this fight stand up, but at the same time, Ruffian's had vast improvement in his stand up over the last few fights, including a big knockout win on the feet.
The shot and the takedown from Ruffian Stots. Again, he told us, I'm not going to force it, but I'll take it if I see it. He saw it there.
That was a great job too. He used strikes to set it up. He was striking with Rob in and out. Rob's hands were really high. He used some strikes to get in close, lowered his level, shot, and got that takedown.
Full butterfly and close guard now for Rob Emerson. Next month, UFC heavyweight champion Stipe Miocic will seek revenge as he faces the last man to defeat him, Junior Dos Santos. It's UFC 211, live Saturday, May 13th from Dallas, only on pay-per-view. Both fighters feel that the UFC will call if they get the result, get the win in this fight. And that's very realistic for both Stots and Emerson. Low close guard for Rob Emerson.
Stots doing a great job with control here, and for Emerson, when you're on bottom like this, you should either try to sweep the fighter on top, submit him, or get up. And it's really hard to do any of those things with your ankles crossed behind their back. The closed guard is a really good way to lose rounds. We're early on in a long fight here, so he's being very patient. But just laying on your back in a closed guard is a really good way to go down 1 round to nothing here to start this off.
You see the short shoulder strikes from Ruffian Stots. Trying to open up with the elbow and the right hand. Both strikes miss. Back chest to chest. There is the stand-up for Brendan Funensteel. See the tweet? Dave Madden weighing in. Liking, as many of you do, we certainly do, our tale of the tape as day of wait. Ryan started the head of victory for that innovation.
Back-to-back, really good left hands from Ruffian up on the feet.
Left hook from Emerson.
2-1 takedown.
2:15 remaining round number 1.
2-1 relay. Go attack now. 1-2. Go.
Kick nearly caught from Stots. Emerson felt that a deciding factor for him would be striking power, not just punching power, but overall striking power. And Stots had just never faced a striker like him, but that was a good left hand from Stots.
And an early takedown by Stots. There's nothing better to make a striker cautious than getting your takedowns right off the bat. Emerson can't open up as much as he wanted to now because he doesn't want to end up back on his back.
Stots landing that left cross from the southpaw stance.
Come on, Rob. Check that 1-2. Check
Quick
that.
kick lands from Emerson on the knee.
Nice.
Stots walking through with the punches, backing off Emerson, who circles out. Back to the center of the cage.
Face, Rafian.
The low kick lands with a thud from Emerson.
Down too early. Bird. There you go. Good job. Keep doing that. You find the left. Pop. Come on. Up and down. Fake. Hand fight. Hey.
Right hand gets through from Stots. They're not powerful shots from Rafian Stots, Joe, but they're landing and they're moving Emerson backwards. Stots again with the shot. Looking for the single, and he hits it. The takedown attempts. The takedowns hit from Rafian Stots in round number 1. 35 seconds remaining in this opening round.
And good stand-up so far from Stots as well. You know, Emerson thought he was going to have a huge advantage in his stand-up, and then Stots would only want to wrestle. And Stots has surprised him a little bit. Hasn't done a bunch of damage, but he's letting Rob Emerson know he's willing to strike, and that's what's making it easy for him to get in on his legs and get these takedowns.
Good. Now posture up and come back to that elbow. There. Roll it.
Stots out of half guard. Emerson looking to scramble, now looking for the up kick. Closing seconds, round number 1. Stots back to the inside. There is the bell.
Striking, you're doing beautiful with the left hand, but you only throw your left hand. And do it. How you doing beautiful with it? And do it. Just hanging them with that left hand. Keep doing it. Left, right, left. Keep it simple. Use the kiss method. If you can't, you got no answer. Yeah. Check that kick. Backs up. Steps back to the right. Check that left to
Seconds out cold. Show your scorecard round 1.
10-9 to the challenger. I give the first round to Rafian Stots. Did a good job of mixing up his strikes and his takedowns. Got 2 of those takedowns, and I think he took the first round.
Really no way to see it. Anything but that, even for the biggest Rob Emerson supporters. So often, high-level wrestlers will talk about their striking in MMA. They want to rely on it. They don't just want to be seen as wrestlers. And what happens? They immediately hit this shot in the takedown. Rafian Stots, though, really seems committed to becoming a good striker in this sport.
Yeah, and he's at a great camp for that, you know, out of Rufus Sports in Milwaukee. They're producing great strikers all the time. And, you know, again, as we talked about with him, a student of the sport, he's constantly trying to learn. You know, we don't have a lot of guys that tell us, I did a lot of my basics on my bag work for this fight camp. You know, that's the kind of stuff that's going to make a young kid like him a future champion. And Rob Emerson has something to say about it, though. And they're in there right now mixing it up in the second round. Although Emerson's down in this fight, definitely not out. He's always been a durable fighter, so he needs to try to put a good shot on Stots and slow down his momentum.
I think a difficulty that many people, Superman punch attempted not through from Emerson, that they overlook, even fighters, is when you've achieved a high level of success in one fighting discipline or martial art or wrestling, any type of competitive combat sport or martial art, when you go into MMA, to completely humble yourself, to be back at the beginner's class, back in the white belt class, it's not easy mentally.
No, definitely not to take that step back, but you know that's a common quality in a lot of people that are world champions in mixed martial arts. That they did those things. They went to the drawing board on the stuff they weren't as good at and were able to improve. And that's something, you know, Rafian Stots doesn't go in the gym, I guarantee, every day and just work on his wrestling. He's working on everything around it, which is a great idea for a guy like him that's a 2-time national champion.
Get that lead hand going. Double it. Double it.
Right hand from Emerson, not getting through.
Good. Come on, follow with the left, Rob. Don't be afraid of punch.
What we've not seen is the ferocity of volume that we're accustomed to with Rob Emerson in the stand-up.
Yeah, you're right, you know, and I think the
Switch knee there.
part of that might be the fact that he's been taken down twice and he's being cautious to not get taken down. And another part of it might be that he's surprised that Stots is willing to engage so much with him in the stand-up. But either way, you know, he's the double champion, 2 different belts in this organization, and he's not getting off a lot of offense here in this title defense.
Get that lead hand going.
See, Emerson continues to load his right hand.
Let's go. Let's go.
Fixed high, left hand out and stretched.
There it is. Beautiful. Every time.
Stots continuing to come forward from that southpaw stance.
Let's get the lead hand going, Rob. Don't wait. Don't
The
wait.
kick not through, that was actually aimed at the shoulder.
Rob. Get that lead hand high. Get it working. Yeah, high. There you go. Get it working. Work it. Let's go.
155 remaining round 2.
Let's flick him. There. Get it going again.
Stepping left hand misses the mark from Stots, but again, Joe, every time that Stots explodes in with strikes, it backs off Rob Emerson.
Yeah, good
That's
idea.
right, you
Good
know,
idea.
we're well into this round here, and Stots isn't doing much wrestling out there. He's out there, you know, competitively fighting in here with a known stand-up fighter, but, you know, he's willing to engage, and, you know, in my opinion, we got some time left in this round, but so far getting the better of Emerson in this round, which has been a stand-up battle.
Emerson missing with the right hand in that combination.
Back up top off that.
Stots missing with that left.
Now 1 minute.
Spinning back kick. You can see Emerson trying to solve this stance of Stots, trying to feel his way in. Again, half attempt on the Superman punch. Stots shakes his head no, and then responds with a driving takedown. Half guard. 45 seconds remaining round 2. Cage walk from Emerson. Stots heavy chest to chest and half guard. Emerson looking to explode, now finds full guard.
30 seconds.
Good strategy there from Stots too. You know, he's engage in the stand-up, and then catches Emerson coming in, drives him back for a takedown, especially there at the end of a round when not a lot had happened. Good way to make sure that you're up in this round. And so far, just a good performance from our challenger.
Closing stages round 2. Emerson looking for the elevation on the sweep. Instead, there's the bell. Stots maintains top position to the end of the round. Our fight replays tonight for VFC 56 are presented by B2 Interactive.
There was the lone takedown of the round and the lone attempt of Rafion Stots. Gets the takedown on Emerson, lands a few punches from the top. Very good job of Rafion Stots so far using his strikes to set up his takedowns.
Bob Emerson quickly to the center of the cage. 2 rounds to none for you, Joe. 2018 for Stots.
100%, yeah, I think without a doubt, it's the only way you can score it.
In our fighter meeting, Rob Emerson said, I need to keep this in striking range. His concerns, and they were mild concerns, 1, being trapped along the fence, and 2, being stuck on bottom. Right now we're in striking range. Still a lot of time remaining in this fight. But Rob Emerson, who has a reputation, is a massive puncher at 135 and 145 pounds, has just not found his full striking offense.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to get off yet, and you know, Rafion, to his credit, I think has a lot to do with that. He's doing a good job of not letting Rob Emerson get comfortable and settle right in front of him. He's usually either moving him back or punching, throwing something at his head and keeping him active. And then when Rob does settle it and tries to get something big, Rafion's lowered his level a couple times and taken him down. Doing a good job of mixing it up. If you can always keep the guy you're fighting guessing, you're usually winning the fight.
And a flying switch knee attempt from Stots. We've seen that twice now in this fight. And what it's doing is backing off Rob Emerson. Even when Stots is missing, he's taking Emerson off of his line.
Yeah, I think that Stots is gaining in confidence here as this fight goes along too, and we're at a point here where, you know, Emerson needs to, I think, land a big shot on Stots and back him off. If he earns some respect with one of those big punches, it would probably slow down the momentum of Stots a little bit. But to this point, Stots, I believe, is controlling this fight and looks like the more confident fighter right now at this point.
Emerson wanted to throw the Superman punch, didn't let the right hand go. 2 misses from Stots. But again, you see it. Stots coming forward. It's Emerson circling out. Joe, what we're not seeing is that aggressive forward pressure and striking from Rob Emerson. So often is a hallmark of his game.
Yeah, we're halfway through this fight right now if it goes the whole way, and I really don't think this Rafion Stots has taken an actual hard shot at all. He maybe hasn't even been punched yet in half of the title fight. So far, an impressive performance by him. Emerson really needs to try to get off on some offense.
The biggest strikes that Stots has taken thus far from Emerson are those low kicks. They haven't affected Stots, at least not visibly or noticeably. They really haven't taken him off of his forward pressure. Still a lot of time remaining in this fight. Emerson definitely has finishing power. There's the takedown, the power takedown from Stots to the half guard of Emerson. Stots immediately, Joe, chest to chest.
Yeah, very good job of ground positioning. Always controlling Rob Emerson once they hit the ground. Control first, strike second. It's a good way to keep guys on their back if you want them there.
Emerson has a quality bottom game in MMA, but he's just not being given space to move. You can see him posturing, holding half guard, right hand on the hips, but that's how Rafion Stots is in this fight.
Yeah, Stots is doing a great job, especially from this half guard position. He doesn't look like he's in a hurry to pass. He just likes sitting in this top position and trying to land strikes, and also just further wear down our champion by controlling him and putting him on his back repeatedly in this fight.
Right hand to the body, left hand doesn't get through. Emerson clearly does not want to be doing at this stage of the fight is playing defense. There is this stand-up and an opportunity for offense now for Rob Emerson. Still orders to stand up. Right hand not getting through from Emerson. Stots back to the inside. Superman punch, spinning back kick, that's on the shoulder. Final seconds, round 3. Moving down to deep water. See that slight abrasion outside of the left eye for Rob Emerson.
Hey, you're doing great. Give me that, when you switch to the southpaw, when you're circling, jab low, one that left fucking eye plate. You're gonna grab the best beside that he drops his hand every time, okay? doing great. You're getting closer. It's getting slippery. He's trying to stall, trying to open up a little bit. Okay? That's why I'm calling those knees. Watch out for the knee. He's scared of fucking shit. Let's go, Jack.
Yeah, push out. All right, baby?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's go do work now. Yes, sir.
Scheduled for 5 rounds through 3. Joe, what do you think?
All 3 to the challenger, Rafael Stots. He's controlled the fight. Again, I've said it a bunch so far, but it's what's going on. He's using his strikes to set up his takedowns and then controlling from the top position.
The yell definitely motivated this crowd.
Just get it going, Rock. Don't wait.
Kick caught for the takedown. Emerson trying to explode back to his feet. Stots just too quick.
Yeah, Emerson made that takedown easy on Rafael Stots to start out this 4th round. Finds himself on his back again. He's been here at least once in every round. Stots has been doing a good job of being able to control him. Hasn't done a lot of damage from these positions, but is definitely winning these rounds and wearing on Rob Emerson. It's still almost 2 full rounds to go in the fight.
Enjoy live and exclusive events, original programming in the world's largest MMA library on UFC Fight Pass. Download the UFC.tv app today. Anytime, anywhere, your pass to the UFC. Looking for the heel hook. Rare burst of offense in this fight for Rob Emerson. Right hands to defend from Stots.
That was his best attempt of the fight. Did a good job. Made Rafael react to the heel hook. But now he's lost it, and he needs to move on to the next thing and not just sit here and take damage. And all too often, as we see in MMA, the leg attacks are a high risk, high reward situation. Sometimes you're going to finish the guy and get the ankle lock or the knee bar, but a lot of times, and more often than not, you're going to get stuck underneath and get punched in your head.
From offense back to defense for Rob Emerson. Ken holding half guard on Rafael Stots. But in Rob Emerson for that creativity. And I think he feels now, as we have 3 minutes remaining in round number 4, he has to take chances like sitting back for an Achilles lock, sitting back for a heel hook.
Sure, yeah, even though he's the champion, he's been around long enough. He knows that he's down in this fight. 3 rounds to none, in my opinion, and he probably realizes that too. So that means he's got 2 rounds to try to finish, or he's going to lose his title.
Stots staying heavy and staying very tight on Rob Emerson. Let him go with the right hand. Stand up from thought and steel. Emerson will try to take advantage. You see the right hand loaded for Rob Emerson. And again, Joe, even though those punches miss from Stots, they back Emerson off of his striking line.
Yeah, without a doubt. Stots has been able to disrupt the game plan and the stance and the footwork of Rob Emerson so far all night. And then if Emerson gets greedy, Stots is right there to take him down and control him from the top position.
Nothing on that spinning back kick. Rob Emerson is a very smart, very experienced fighter. Throwing his 1-no contest. This is pro bout number 42 of his career that again began June 2002. He's fully aware that it's time for plan B, maybe plan C, or even plan D. This is all plan A for Rafael Stots. It's exactly what he told us. Get in the pocket, strike, and only hit the takedowns if I see the openings. There's been no forcing from Rafael Stots. Kick caught. That kick doesn't get through. Left hand gets through from Stots.
Got 35 seconds, Rafael.
That straight left from the southpaw stance has continually found its mark in this fight, Joe.
Yeah, he's done a great job. It's been a near flawless performance so far, but Rob Emerson's champion for a reason, You got a full round left as he gets through this round. You never know what's going to happen out there. Crazy score.
Final stages, round number 4. We're headed to the 5th and final round.
Alright, you're doing beautiful, but again, now.
Take a look at Rob Emerson going after a leg from the bottom position here. You see him pull the leg to the near side there and start to control. He's going to try to turn the heel here. Rafael Stots hand fights at first, but then decides to roll with the pressure and bail out. Good attempt by Rob Emerson, but a good escape also from Rafael Stots. And then a nice little exchange here up against the fence at the end of the round. So far, so good for Rafael Stots.
5th and final round of our main event of the evening. At stake, victories, 135-pound title. Undefeated Rafael Stots versus the champion Rob Emerson. First time either fighter has ever gone past 3 rounds. Joe, across the board for you still?
Yeah, 100%. There's just no other way to score it, Sean.
Fully agreed.
Rob Emerson went for a submission in that round, but Rafael was able to escape. And other than that, he didn't really do much. Rafael's been able to control this whole fight. It's just been a very impressive showing so far, but we still got some fight left. So we'll see if he can hang out, make it happen, or if Rob Emerson can put one of those big hits on him and try to take him out. So he's got to get a finish to win, in my opinion.
Without question, Rob Emerson has finishing power, one-punch knockout power. But we're now in the first minute of the final round. How many huge shots have you seen Rob Emerson land in this fight? I believe the answer is 0.
Right, yeah, I don't think Rafael's taken one big shot in this fight. As you said earlier, he's taken a few kicks to the legs. Rob Emerson had a submission attempt, but for the most part, it's been one-sided.
Stots hasn't landed huge shots, but he's landed with volume. That straight left has been there throughout this fight, and he has hit numerous takedowns and fought really well in top position, especially out of the half guard of Emerson. Again the shot, and again the takedown for Rafael Stots.
That wasn't the best shot of the fight for Rafael Stots, but he was able to get in there. And what he did was he controlled Emerson even on the way down. He was setting himself up to be in a good position once they hit the ground. That's just an educated move by a really good wrestler. Sometimes you want to pick people up and slam them, and then they get right back up. But you're better off a lot of times controlling them on the way down and making sure you're going to be able to establish the position you want once you get down there.
Emerson trying to sit up. This butterfly guard looking for the sweep. Stots pacing on his knees. See the chest hold now from Emerson. But again, that's more defense than offense. Emerson now back to his feet. The knee gets through. Emerson missing with that right. Level change. Attempt on the single leg. Emerson did well to defend that takedown.
Yeah, these guys are both in good shape because they look pretty fresh out there for this being the 5th round of the fight.
There's a powerful low kick that actually drops Stots. Our power hardly taking Stots off balance. It was effective, but then Emerson did not take advantage.
Yeah, he's got to open up at some point here and just try to land something, because he's got to know that he's lost every minute of this fight. And we've only got a little over a minute left. If he wants to keep that belt, he's going to have to land something big or jump on a submission and be able to finish Rafion.
This has been a measured and controlled performance from Rafion Stots. Minute 25 we go. Final minute of our main event, VFC 56, live on UFC Fight Pass. Spinning back fist, nothing there from Emerson.
Those are the kind of chances he's got to take right now, though. Trying to do something big, something Stots hasn't seen yet, because nothing's worked for him so far, and he's only got 30 seconds left to get something done.
Hard inside kick. Swing and a miss on the overhand right from Emerson. He's definitely turning up the temperature in the final minute of this fight. Good right hand from Emerson.
Yeah, that's probably his best punch of the night, and looks like Stots just shook it off.
Final stages now. Switch kick attempt. Overhand right misses from Emerson. Left hand, the bell, the end of the fight. And clearly, Rafion Stots believes that the title is his. Joe, a better round fight for Rob Emerson. For you, though, on your scorecard?
50-45, I think it was all Rafion Stots all night. He did what he said he was going to do and barely took a punch doing it. So just a really overall impressive performance from one of the rising stars in mixed martial arts, Rafion Stots.
5 rounds? They say top of the hill. I don't think so.
Rafion Stots, his last 2 fights. Jeff Curran, that in victory last November. Many of you watching tonight saw that live on UFC Fight Pass.
Everybody have room for sport.
And now Rob Emerson.
My heart, man. Almost make me want to cry, man.
A victory which certainly seems like it will come now with the official decision. Move Stots to 8-0. Perhaps next stop is the UFC. He is a massive and rapidly emerging prospect. With that performance and the current performance last November, he is definitely for real. Our move of the fight is presented by All Max Nutrition. Look at the explosion, the timing, the level change, and the follow-through from Rafion Stots. Rob Emerson only able to successfully defend 1 takedown attempt from Stots over the course of all 5 rounds. With the official decision, here is Mike Markham.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards for the decision. Bryce Teager and Matt Prieto scored about 50-45. Rodney Verhoeven scores it 49-46 in favor of your winner by unanimous decision and new Victory FC Bantamweight Champion, Rafion Stots.
The belt is now his. With that thorough performance, Rafion Stots becomes Victory's new bantamweight titleist. Let's go to Joe.
Gotta let you do your dance, champ. Can't get you for a quick second here. So you told us you would stay in the pocket with Rob Emerson. You told us you were willing to strike with him. You'd take the takedowns when you saw him. You did everything you said you were going to do. How you feeling right now wearing that belt around your waist?
Man, I feel good, man. I feel so good.
I've got to watch you a lot of times so far, and that's one of your best performances. You know, you look like a better fighter every time we've seen you. You're really putting it together. What's next? Is that the one that got it done?
Man, I hope I'm showing y'all I'm ready to I want to be the best in the world. I train every day. I train as hard as I can to be the best in the world. So I deserve to fight the best fighters in the world, and I deserve to be in the UFC. I'm ready. I'm telling y'all now, I'm coming. I'm here for the UFC. Let's go. Hey, and I don't care who y'all put in front of me. Whatever I got to do to prove that I'm willing to fight the best. This dude, Rob Emerson, is a double champ in this division. I was talking crap about him, but honestly, he's the most dangerous opponent I face. I continually get better. I've only been fighting for 2 years at Duke Rufus's gym and Daniel Wanderlei gym. I'm continuing to get better. This is only 2 years. Like, it's time. Like, let's go.
Yeah, you're a student of the game. Like I said, you look better out there every time we see you. Congratulations on the win. Hey, Omaha, make some noise for your new champ, Rafael Stots.
If there were any doubts coming in, there should be no doubts coming out. Rafael Stots, a perfect 8-0 in his pro MMA career. Now Victory's bantamweight champion.
Can I get Mike one more
He is
time?
a star in the making, Joe.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Just like we said, he did everything he said he was going to do, and he's wearing the belt. He's the new champ.
We opened in the lightweight division, VFC 56 from Omaha, Nebraska. Bernard Thomas recording a split decision win over Boy McCarmo. Welterweights, Corey Davis recording the submission win on the rear naked choke. 2 seconds remaining in round number 1. Will Shutt, one-time opponent of Joe Wilk versus Bryce Logan. Rapidly emerging as Logan in the lightweight division. The big takedown forces a submission, round number 1. Bantamweights. Tony Ortega versus Terrence Almond. And the shoulder injury to Ortega results in the first round submission win for Terrence Almond. The catchweight of 148 pounds. Sadiq Youssef versus Chuka Willis. Sadiq Youssef, the unanimous decision, now 4-0 in his pro MMA career. E.J. Brooks versus Dakota Cochran. And a thorough controlling performance for the former University of Missouri wrestler, E.J. Brooks. Career win number 10, a unanimous decision victory over Dakota Cochran. In our co-main event of the evening, the Brazilian Yuri Villaforte. A unanimous decision victory as he takes the title from Cassius Kane. Villaforte is Victory's new welterweight champion. And you saw it in our main event. Rafael Stots dominating Rob Emerson to take the 135-pound strap. Stots gets the unanimous decision victory. Joe and I are back with you live on UFC Fight Pass. Friday night, May 5th, we will be in Topeka, Kansas. For Ryan Stoddard, Joe Wilk, and our entire crew, I'm Sean Wheelock. Thanks for watching VFC 56.